Eh, wait, everyone take care. So I can be like waiter. Wait, ambassador, Mama Ajasco. Oh yeah, Tinos, correct guy. Oh yeah, me just show. Ugbaski, a correct guy. How far now? I believe you die. Your government strong. Mama Ajasco. Moji. Yeah, my nigga, what's up? How you doing? I believe you. Shape, mommy today, mommy wa. Spotty padawa. No, but this is evidence something I just said. Hey, YJ, how far now? So that guy just left right now. Something happened, yeah. In front of the office, the studio on the island, there's this place we usually buy food. I mean, I don't like eating in the morning. Do you get? Just because I really don't like eating. I like to do my work first. Then when I'm done, I can think about food. You understand? So he likes going there to eat in the morning because I think he's going to be there from morning till night, or till evening. Yeah. So we start calling the woman, mommy. Yeah, my guest is around naturally. So let me quickly invite her. Mom, manufacturer, Wale Adin production. What happened? Okay, so we want to get to know, want to have a chit chat with Moji Mohims Oyetayo, aka Mama Ajasco. She's a very busy woman, very busy, but you know, but we have to quickly invite her. Hey MJ, my baby girl, how are you? Fine girl, no pimple. Fine girl, no pimple. Okay, so I'm trying to invite her to the show. Let's just talk a little. Let's just she's in a meeting, but she has to excuse herself to come attend to this show. It's a honor. Mama, thank you, Jerry. Network, no genial. Maybe now you will start your while network. If you genial, you see anyhow. But meanwhile, how now today now? Say now Monday. Be fruitful and multiply. Mary Jane, my sweetheart. Mama, I think it's network, okay?
A liar. Devil is a
Hey,
liar. That devil is a liar. A whole pretty, sexy, eh, sweet mama like
I
a
don't know. Where I am is like so far off. I had to come out and then come to where I can get a little bit of network. But I hope you can hear me though.
I can hear you, ma'am. I can hear you. But
Um,
really, I must commend you. You are so, but I'm so happy to have you here. I know you are very busy, with too many activities, the movies, your what's it called, basic and all that. I mean, I really appreciate your time, man. Thank you for your humanity, man. God bless.
My pleasure. Can you see me? You can see me
Okay,
though.
I
Okay.
can see, I can see you, but I want to see you. I can see you, but I want to see you.
All right. So what's up?
I'm fine. Okay, so because you're going to stay with us to the end, so let me just quickly start the show with you because everyone I bring to this show they're all celebrities and just like you, they're renowned veteran Nollywood star. You are the chairman
Yes.
of Actors Guild of Nigeria. I love you always turn up at everything to support the young, the old, and I mean you should be a president. Just a lot
Thank
of unity is just good. You know. Okay, now this video will be played on YouTube, Instagram, and every of my social media platforms. So people are going to watch this. Okay, now my question first of all is please, I know you, but officially introduce yourself to us.
you. My name is Moji, Chairman Actors Guild of Nigeria, Lagos State Chapter, aka Mama Ajasco.
Why are you
Yeah,
laughing? Why
that's.
are you laughing talking about? You see the title talking about you, right?
I say I can't sound over official.
Oh, yeah, but it happens. I mean, it happens. You know. Okay, so now, you every part of your life has been through process, right? And I want you to help us tell us your story. How we want to be up close and personal with you. Please tell us your story. How you came to the system. Where were you? School background and everything. Just in a nutshell, just tell us a bit of the story.
You want me to tell you what?
Okay, I said your story is someone else's lesson, yeah? So I want you to tell us how it all began, how you find yourself into the industry with your look and everything, how you came into the system, the hobbies and everything, background, schooling and everything, because you speak so well. I respect you a lot in that regard. You speak so well, so confident of yourself. So I really want to know. Tell us the story.
Um, I'm a graduate of the Lagos State University,
Okay.
and I read English. So
No
it's a
wonder.
criminal.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
So it's a criminal offense not to be able to speak what I read, basically. So now there the expo day. Okay, so how did I get into entertainment? My journey into entertainment was a very pretty long one. It wasn't like straight up like I just came and started acting. I first started as a artist manager. There's this reality show called The Next Movie Star. Okay, and then it was sponsored by there's a company called Digital Interactive Media. They're the sole owners of the Next Movie Star reality TV show. And basically, almost all the people that go to the Big Brother house have passed through the Next Movie Star reality show at one point or the other. So basically, it's our own Nigerian Lagos State brand thing. And then I used to work in house there, and I was basically the artist manager. And then as at that time I was also into photography, and then so basically I was basically behind the camera, not in front of the camera. So I've been like silently in the industry but not in the face of everyone. So after a while, I think the Next Movie Star reality TV show had a series called Dormitory 8, which they run for all of their housemates. It's part of the content. When they finish, they air on that series. So as a manager, I'm always on set with them to coordinate that the artists are doing fine and all of that. So there was this day that John Jama, precisely, he was a director for the soap, and then he was trying to tell one of the cast what to do for a character role. And then he kept on describing that, do this, and then the lady didn't seem to understand what the director wanted. And then I understood what he was saying. So I don't know whether I forwarding or I mean the best QA with the column. I just dropped my camera and I'm like, this is what the director says you should do, and I did exactly what he said. And then everybody was like, what? So the director was like, wait, you do that again, and then I did. He said, you know what? I beg, give her a costume. Come play this role for me, sharp, sharp. I don't get time. Because sometimes, when you're working on set and you already have a budget and a time frame, you really do not want people messing you up. That's why sometimes we tell the upcomers that you need to be up at your game, because when the opportunity comes, the director is not going to wait for you on set to start rehearsing. So that's how I played that role for him. And then he made like extra scenes because the character was not a big person. So he had to create like extra scenes to blend in that character. And then I kind of found it very exciting. And then I'm like, are you sure I'm doing the right thing? So, that was kind of like an eye opener for me. And I'm like, I really like this acting thing. I think I can give it a try. And basically after that, there was a reality show called The 12 Ambassadors of Nollywood. It was sponsored by the then defunct Unity Bank.
Okay.
And then during the end, that was this veteran actor, Paulo Basile. So,
Okay.
of course, I already had experience with the reality TV show because I was working with the reality TV show house anyway. So I just went for the competition, and of course, I won. And then, of course, when winning that competition came with a brand new car, and it also came with introductions of movie roles, So rather than going to the industry, struggling, that was kind of a beautiful platform for me to enter into the industry. So that gave me like an advantage. And of course, the veteran that Paul Bazale, then, he's like a known face and all of that. So it was kind of paved way for me. And then from there, I started going for auditions, and it was not easy. Number one, entertainment, they don't really fancy plus size people. One, and then they don't really fancy you when you're dark skinned. You know, we believe that you have to be really, really, really boyish, for you to come out on, So basically, I was dark skinned, I was plus size, all of that was not a factor that was going to help me. But it's not about how fast you run. It's about the grace of God, basically. But it ended up turning out for my good. How did I become the new Mama Ajasco? Um, there was an opening for the character. The original Mama Ajasco character died,
Oh, okay. Okay.
passed away. So they needed to replace her. Then they replaced her temporarily with another lady who, based on feedback, because what they do is they do audience feedback, and based on the feedback, they didn't really like the way she was playing the character. Apparently, she was trying to copy the original character. And you know how we are now. If you are trying to
Yeah.
do what something is not, you'll be pissing people off. So basically, I don't know. I don't think they didn't go down with them and all of that. So they needed to replace. And then the production manager for the company now says to me that we need your kind of frame for this character. Do you want to give it a try? It's a close casting, And I said, okay, I'll come and give it a try. And then when I got there, it was there were lots of very big women there,
Mhm.
elderly, I mean, and all of that, because the character was basically an elderly person's character, So I
Yeah.
was actually the youngest to audition for that role. And then by the time I was done with my auditioning, in my mind, I just came to play because I knew that my face was kind of young for the character.
Yeah.
But when they finished the casting and they asked us to wait and all of that, they started talking to everybody that they could go, and they asked me to sit down. I'm like, okay. So Wale Adenogar MFR, who happens to be the brain behind the Wale Adenogar production, now came in and said, this is the lady I want. And I'm like, oops. So everybody was like, oh really? And he's like, yeah, she's a fine actress. And so they were not like, okay, what are you going to do with her face? He said, don't you have a makeup person? Just play her to look older. That's why most times when people see me in real life, they're like, why do you look so young in real life and older on TV? I said, that's because they have
Yeah.
to make me older.
Cartoon.
That's the age group of the character. And then since then, it's been almost 10 years down the lane, and it's been exciting. After that, I'm going to feature in lots of movies, production series, and then it's just been a fancy ride since then.
Wow. I wish I can clap for you right now, but I don't have the machine. My feet. You're doing. I don't clap. But really, really, your journey has been so interesting. Now, if you have to learn, let's say you've learned anything, if you've learned anything for over the time, during the whole movement of going from one audition to another, what would you tell us that you've learned?
Um, Saying this might just be like I didn't really do too many auditions like that because of my frame. If you really need me on your production, you will know that you need me. You understand? There's this thing that you already have, like we call it a character bible of what you're looking for whenever you have a script. So you don't need any big person. Immediately you see me, you already know you don't need me. So the first thing I always do is when I hear there's an auditioning, I always ask for the character bible. Some have, some don't. But I try to see if I can contact the numbers on the audition post and find out that do you need plus size models or plus size actors,
Okay.
because if you don't, there's no need for me to come and sit down and be number
Yeah.
100 or number 80. Then when you finish, you now say, "Oh, you're such a great actor." Yes, they not say, "Oh, you're such a great actor, but I wish you were a little bit slimmer and everything." And I'm wondering, you saw this person sitting down in the crowd, since tell and say you don't need person way big. You know what I mean? So basically, I try not to put myself in that position. As I said, entering into the industry, I came in as a reality star winner, and the reality TV show was done by a Nollywood person. So going for auditions was
Next or get sent, so don't start now. I'm enjoying this gist, you know. And everybody has a story. That's what I've read about life.
say what?
Your network is actually shaking, so I was trying to engage. Okay, but now, I was supposed to ask you these questions, but you've already spoken about your size and about your look and all that. Nigerians, we stereotype people a lot. Can you hear me?
Clearly.
Okay. And my question is, so how do you cope with competition? Do you have any?
There's nobody that doesn't have a competition. What you have to do is understand yourself, understand what is your strength. Try and make everybody has his own unique component in your DNA that makes you stand out from every other person. So what you have to do is understand what makes you unique from the other person. Develop your own style. Trying to imitate somebody or trying to be like somebody has never made people go too far, basically, or it just makes you like a regular person. So what I just try to do is try to be unique to myself, but I really don't like playing the same kind of characters.
Okay.
I try to play different characters, look different every time. Like if you tell me, "Oh, this person is a prostitute," I want to play it. Or this person is a thief, I want to play it. This person is I like to just fluctuate because the earlier, the more you switch characters, the better you become as an actor, and the more intense you can reveal what is in you. But when you start playing the same thing over and over and over again, it kind of stereotype you, one, and it does not make you develop as an actor. Some people you see them, they're man, and they're always, every movie you already know that my man it will be, or na babalawo this one will do, or this one it will be wicked stepfather. No, I don't like to play stereotype role. I like to switch characters so that you can build yourself as a better actor. Somebody is asking what my youth foundation is about.
We are going there. We are going there. So I was really going to finish. But when you mentioned about uniqueness, I want to find out what makes you unique.
What made me do what?
Unique in your own way. What's the uniqueness about you?
I know that most people we're not a lot of big people in the industry, basically,
Okay.
but there are not two people that are alike. Even if all of you look the same, you guys really do not really look alike. You do not think alike. You do not sound alike, and you do not handle situations the same way. So basically, your ability to handle situations, the way you comport yourself, the way you express yourself, and all of that separates you from whoever is supposed to. If, for instance, if there are two big people here, I'm sure that we would definitely represent each other in different ways. My mannerism will be different from yours. My comportment will be different from yours, basically.
That's true. Okay, so let me attend to this guy. He's talking about your foundation, the youth, more youth innovation. What motivates you to create that?
I'm basically a humanitarian, and then I have a passion for the youth. Basically, I'm a youth person. Okay, I'm glad that's the first thing you said. That anytime there's youth things, I'm always and almost every youth turn up that because I'm a people's person basically. The next generation you're handing over the baton to is basically the youth, and it's the influence you have on them right now that is going to reflect on what they're going to be tomorrow. So I try to be more available for them in all of their functions and events. Number one, to boost them that they can do it and they can make it, and also to influence them positively. It's very rare when you have actors that don't have scandals. We always have scandals and all of that. So for the few of us that really do not have scandals, you really want to give back and influence people that you can be popular without drama. Negativity does not propel you to light. Some people believe that if you haven't had some form of scandal, you will not. That negativity drives you to the limelight. So we're trying to dissuade that image. We're trying to dissuade that impression that there are many routes to success and none of them is easy. But negativity is definitely not one of them. I have veteran actors that I admire all the time. I have what's her name? My godmother, Jackie Silva, and all of that. You don't see negative stories about them. They've been able to manage their home. They've been able to manage their personal life, and they're still doing very well in their chosen career. So why do you have to go through the negative route to the limelight? For this ones, people have to be tutored or guided. You feel make them without scandal, basically. So that's what I'm saying about the foundation. I believe in catching them while they're young, and mentoring them in terms of availability, listening ear, and then positivity, basically. So that's why I went into it, and then it's been really fun. Sometimes you just go to other secondary school, and they really do have a lot to say. So many things that are in the brain that you will not believe is going on in the brain, And then until you gist with them, you'll be shocked. Things that parents will never think they've tried or done. And if you do not nip it in the bud, then they're just going to keep going that way. Of course, the university people are definitely not my target audience. They don't form with their own form, so let them just continue that way. But while you're still, in the manageable, or I call it the teachable stage, let's see how we can influence you in the right direction. You can still be fun, and you can still be, what they call that thing, slay queen? Yes, you can still be a slay queen and still be, you can. I'm not saying you should be cool. I'm not saying you should go and now start wearing native and all of that. No, you can still be extremely appealing without being, explosive. You can still look very appealing without being indecent. Now that's the word. And you can still be very
or being stupid.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, Ma, because I'm trying to align, I have a lot of ask you, but I'm trying to see, because of our time, I'm trying to okay, now, how long have you been doing movies?
10 years.
Okay, I wanted to be sure because I thought you've been while academic production for 10 years, but in general, it has been 10 years, right? Okay, now your journey plan. Ma, what did you say?
The entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Is it how long I've been in the entertainment industry or how long I've been doing movies?
Okay, let me see, how long have you been in the entertainment industry?
12 years.
12 years. Okay, so that means your first 2 years was behind the camera, doing the, so what are you? So when you put the dream of the camera thing, because now the movie has taken over.
Yes, it has taken over. But I still do have some people that insist that I must cover their events for them. Those people, they are less than 5. They would insist that. But I do have workers that go and do these things, and then they still use my cameras and all of that. They go do this. They go do what they have to do. Yes, I do. So they go do these things, and then they come back to me. Sometimes I take out time to look at what they're doing, but trust me, don't in my mind again. Yeah.
But there's this statement that let it go below here, now what you no plan for.
No be lie.
Seriously. But perhaps in that time when you corrected that action that they decided to, but now how do you think that she will feel like, oh, you came to steal my shine? The lady that the director was having issue with that you have to take over.
No. Basically, that was a minor role and it was just a one-off for that production. She
Okay.
still ended up something else for them or something like that. But then I didn't go back I didn't go back on screen then. I went back into my managerial jobs. It was after I went for the reality TV show that I now came back into the industry as an actor.
Oh,
Oh, I
oh,
just did it
okay.
and
Wow.
what I could do, but and I didn't follow it immediately.
Okay. So, but do you have plans doing something else apart from the movie thing? Like, because this one has taken your time, has taken everything from you. So, what was the plan you had prior to when the movie came into thing? Be honest with us, tell us the truth.
Now have my talk show.
Okay, yeah, talk show. Yeah, I know, I remember, yeah, I remember, yeah. Okay, talk show. What else?
Really did want to do. But the truth of the matter is that this is not being we still dey do so. The more it, apparently this COVID-19 thing was an eye opener for us in the entertainment industry. I was
Yeah.
talking on a platform yesterday, and then I was telling them that sometimes tram and all this kind of thing can bring about a revelation. I cannot
Okay.
count how many meetings I attend daily via Zoom. You
Okay.
understand? Sometimes I'm driving, I'm in an interview, we're doing everything, and then I'm just like talking and talking and talking. Unlike before, when you have to go all the way to your office. If it was
Yeah.
before now, I have to come to the office now for us to get this interview done. But all the innovations are coming up now that the world is already a global spot, and then
Yeah.
the I was on yesterday was an international interview. The day Yankee, me, I day here, and all of us just we're just running things and making decisions that were just going to affect entertainment industry, you know. And we didn't have to travel for that, which on a good day would have had to travel for that.
Yeah. So, so what have you learned so far about this COVID-19 wahala? Since you mentioned it.
This life.
Not been like, well, what is this?
That's what I learned. I'm serious because everything we thought was a big deal ended up not being a big deal. You get
Mm,
clothes, you buy designer head to toe, wear your Louis Vuitton or Gucci or everything. Where you dey wear am go? Who see you? You dey your house. Okay. You now went and bought your Lamborghini and this thing. They don't do lockdown. Oh yeah, come out now. You want fly? Nothing. Okay, I get visa for all over the world. Go airport, fly yourself. Do you understand? So these are all the basic things that used to give us attitude that we used to think that everything was a big deal. But at the end of the day, it was not a big deal. All everything what everybody was worried about was staying alive, not catching the disease, and just being able to put food on the table for yourself and your family. That's it. Every other thing is just a blessing and a gift.
yeah. You mentioned something about an eye opener. Now for entertainers, because we need crowd, we need to go out, we need to do events. Now, what do you think your advice for entertainers generally, both musicians, comedians, actors, and everybody? Because like someone like Idris came out and was saying that there are most entertainers, especially musicians, they are hungry, they are broke because they didn't pay for the rainy day.
We hungry, oh, we hungry. No be say they are. Why they say they? I did there. We hungry.
Now, what was the problem? Okay, now, I think English is this guy. Apart from being a musician, he's also a boss, he's an entrepreneur. So, what's the advice for moving forward post COVID-19? What's the advice to every entertainer, considering what has happened to the world?
I've always been a preacher of multiple streams of income. I've
Okay,
always preached you must have multiple means of income. Number one, it's not like the money they pay you as an actor can sustain you. We know that.
okay,
So you need to have other side gigs that bring you income. And it was
okay,
those side that kept me afloat this season. I don't know about any other person. You understand? So just imagine because there was no jobs, you couldn't go to sets to shoot, you couldn't go MC events, you couldn't, you know what I'm saying? But but if there was no other side income, then you just basically finish. And then you also taught us that for those who spend everything, or those of us that spend everything we have because we did sure say gig could come. If you no come, if you have 100 naira, you better just keep 20 naira somewhere. And savings is always a very, very tomorrow. So we Africans, we believe in today, we don't believe in tomorrow. Oyibo man, they plan for 50 years to come of his great grandchildren, and we think of ourselves as long as we are okay. That child where they born, we go just struggle to set the child afloat. Your great grandchildren no more than their own. You're not thinking about them. That's how we are as Africans. But the average white man thinks of his child and his descendant ahead. So this COVID thing taught me that okay, Mo, you need to up your game as regards savings. You need to up your game as regards investments, and then you need to up your game generally and open up more. You think your hands are in too many things, you never start. Basically, that's what we thought.
Now, first of all, how come the name Homo Heat?
I go they ask which one be name. You don't see me, my name na Mo. You don't see the leaves. You don't complete now. Which
And,
one be
and, and,
actor?
and I don't know, the more Heat.
I gave
I mean,
myself the
but
name.
people,
Oh, the name
people
was
don't know. People don't know why the name is Mo Heat. And I'm sure
because
they want to know.
the hips is male. Actually, he was the next movie star housemate in 2006 that actually gave me that name. Oh,
Oh,
then
really?
that Mohit really raining. Mohit record
Yeah.
by John was so we used to sing all of those events. I don't even know one morning like that. They were supposed to be doing something, they didn't do it. I just came down, I was screaming at them like, look at the time, blah blah blah. They don't look me. And I was wearing something really fitted, so my hips and all of that was like out there. I said, this Mujiga hips, so boy, he's bound. I saw the name just take enter. Meanwhile, so, and ironically, the people that even said it in passing, they didn't take it serious. They just said it. But I like the way it sounded. I mean, I just inbox them. Now after that, so I just adopted the name.
Yeah. No, and it makes sense. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Moji Mohi.
Yeah, and now give me this thing. They don't even remember, because it just dropped in it just dropped in the middle of hyper mode things, and then I just liked it. Like I give you a name and you like it, and then you stick to it. Me will give you the name. How I won't remember.
Someone gave me Khrisyarn.
Yeah, exactly,
You
and
even
then
know.
so that's
You
exactly how.
I went for an event. I was holding down for him. So he didn't know my name. He asked me before he went on stage. I said, my name is No Be Small Thing. But he said, what's my real name? I said, Chris. He went there and said, okay, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the MC that's been holding down for me. His name is Khrisyarn. I was like, okay, that's so nice.
That's exactly.
That came out right, man. Because Chris is my name. Nyan is what I do, talk. That's okay. Nice one. Very good.
Nice one, exactly.
So even the guy now,
like the and the more hits record is like in your face. It's a popular name already. So when you're saying, so you don't ring, I say, I go use that more. I take him. That's it.
Okay, 2019 was a year for you. Was an amazing year for you. We all came together to celebrate you because.
You say 2019 was the year for me. How you say no? You did my life.
For crying out loud. I mean, I'm talking about the award, apart from the award, I'm talking about what would I call it now? Your new position in Nollywood.
Hey, okay.
Yeah, so you're giving here, you're giving the position of the chairperson in Lagos, Lagos chapter AGN, Actors Guild of Nigeria. I mean, it was a honor for you, honor. So can you tell us a brief story about that?
It was a honor for me, or it is an honor for me, because first, it's the first time a woman is chairman for AGN. It's the first time. It's also the first time it's a Yoruba person. So it was just like breaking records on 2 counts, basically. It was such an amazing honor. I was humbled. I was humbled.
Yeah,
But before that, I used to be the PRO for the guild.
okay,
Yeah, I used to be the
okay.
PRO. Yeah.
But the question is, okay, fine, you're overwhelmed when it came. But the question is, when you say chairperson or chairman something, did they pay you special accolades or something? I mean, how does it work? Or does it have a special merit? I mean, of what value does it add to you as a person?
Okay, you mean the qualifications for it?
Yeah.
Um, First, you have to be a member of the Actors Guild of Nigeria. Secondly,
Okay.
you have to have been in the guild for a number of years, basically,
Okay.
and then you have to be a paying member of the guild.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? Basically. So I think those are all of the things. But even as I said before, then I was already playing politics in the guild. I was already the PRO for the Lagos State chapter for 2 tenors,
Okay.
and then I moved to the national, and I was PRO for the national again for another 2 tenors.
Okay.
So basically, I kind of already built um, my political stand in the guild, and then coming on back to come and contest as the chairman was just like bang, bang, bang.
Okay. Now let's go to the whole essence of AGN. What do you do? What do you do for yourself? For yourself.
Number one, every career, every profession must have a guiding body
Okay.
that acts for them, that covers them and represents them in government decisions, in entertainment, and all of that. So the Actors Guild of Nigeria is like a representative body for all actors
Okay.
in Nigeria.
Okay.
Cannot say you're an actor and you do not belong to a body. It's like you've never seen a doctor that does not belong to the medical guild. Neither can you see a lawyer that does not belong to, or an accountant that does not belong to, you know what I'm saying? So for every profession, there are mother bodies that supervise and govern affairs of the individuals that are under them, and they also represent them as regard governmental decisions, key government decisions, and then also they also put in place regulations to protect the members against violations, basically.
Okay. When you're talking, I'm beginning to think about something because definitely everybody has to write. Like when I mean body, I mean structure. They need to be
Yeah.
structured. Yeah. They need to regulatory rules and all that and all that. But my question is, there are a lot of people who are doing movies in Nigeria. They don't belong to AGN. I'm so sure about that. So how do you?
Yes.
In my head, there should be. If you're an actor, you have to belong to this body. And
Yes.
if you want to, if you're not a part of this body, stop doing movie in Nigeria. Then go elsewhere.
We're
But do you
going
have that
there.
strong?
We're going there. The rate at which people are registering in the guild since my president came on board and since I came on board has been extremely impressive, because people are beginning to understand that you might not get access to some things that you might naturally have access to because you don't have a representative, basically.
Okay.
So we're going there. Even what they call them, organizers have organizations that they all belong to. And they have
Potato, alata,
for.
alata, that
If
that's
the
organizer.
person,
They don't have
it's amazing when I hear an actor that says that I don't have to join the guild because you can get jobs. Now we have what we call task force officers
okay.
that go location to location. If you are unfortunate to be on the location when the task force comes in and they ask for your identity card and you don't have one, you cannot work on that set. They will hold the production ransom, they will hold the producer ransom, and then they will just have to let you go. Or you will pay the fine and then now still go and register. So the structure is
Okay.
coming back into place regularly. So people are pouring into the guilds and it's quite impressive.
Okay, now, but you have the political or governmental approved.
One of one of the evicted members of the Big Brother house just called and was like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I was to register with this." I'm like, "Okay, aren't you this?" Person was like, "Yeah." I'm like, he said it's coming into the industry, so does not want any problem. I'm like, you made the right decision, because at the end of the day, you do not want to be embarrassed on set. Trust me.
That's true. That's true. But now another question related to this is: do you have a governmental approved certificate that says, okay, whatever any decision you are taking, you have a backup or a backing from the government? Do you have such?
Eh?
Do you have the regulating body from the government to say that, oh, you have the right to stop anything or to take any decision?
Yes,
You have.
yes, we do. Even our constitution, we do. And what we've done now is to link up to the Producers Association, which is AMP, and the DGN, which is the Directors Guild. So we're all working together. They have the associations, the producers and the directors. So we're all working together to say that if you're not registered, for instance, now in the DGN, so they say if you're not registered as a director with the guild, then what are you doing directing the movie? The producers too are saying if you've not registered with AMP as an association of movie producers, you cannot go and start with. So until we begin to insist on these things, there'll be no way forward. So with all of them coming together now, because right now what we do is if they come on location, if the task force comes to your set and they ask for your ID card and you can't produce your ID card, then you are not an actor.
Okay. Okay. And how come I've been your friend for some years now? I'm not among the association.
Say me and you will just sit down, be drinking NSC up and down. That me and you will be drinking NSC. And let that problem. I didn't know you go when they go cast you, will call my number. I'll say, I'm sorry. This is the Mortuary speaking, wrong number. I will jackpot.
Oh, right. But trust me, I like it when the stipulated rules and regulations and everybody are following through. It makes sense. It gives you more recognition and more respect, people value, because people don't really respect what we do here in Nigeria. They don't respect it. Yeah. So I like the fact that there's a structure. Today, Lolo, my new radio station is on the island, and Lolo happened to be the GM. So I was asking me some questions about. Oh yeah, I moved to the island now. I'm at Las Vegas.
I'm at Kiss FM.
I'm not got there, but I still have a church road. I still have.
Okay.
Okay, so the point is, I like what you're doing. Like I must confess to church, you are an amazing woman. But how do you cope with this men harassment? Your look. How do you cope with men? Because if you're a temptation, I will fall, and I will repent later. How do you cope? How do you cope? Because I know I need to start asking you if you have any harassment. It's a normal thing, but how do you cope?
Self-discipline is everything. Even person when not be like temptation, still they tempt some people. You know what I'm saying? Okay. So basically, it's about self-discipline. It's about understanding your worth as a woman. It's about your dignity, and of course your reputation. If you put all those things into play, you go select what you want to do before you do them. Basically.
But I'm sure you have somebody in your life right now that.
So for my market, I think you lie. I'm available. Not spoil my market. Not spoil my market. Who tell you that you give me the
No, I'm just asking the question. Are you seeing anyone or
not spoil my market?
I'm available. Hey,
I'm available.
Okay, so now in all these things you do, humanitarian, youth ambassador, you're just everywhere, movie. How do you manage all these things put together?
I've always said it that the average African woman is a multitasker. I mean, look at our parents
Okay.
then. They will train you, they'll still go market, go sell things, they will still, basically they'll still take care of the home front and they will still go to church and go and be woman leader, usher, all those kind of things. Where they get the strength from? It's just the way you train yourself to be. So what you have to do is know the balance, know when it's time for family, know when it's time for work, and try and balance both of it. Sometimes we let work overwhelm us and we do not create time for family. Sometimes we let family overwhelm us, we don't go to work. Just trying to learn, um, get a balance
Making the balance, yeah.
between. That's it. That's like what we're trying.
Okay.
Like I said, I've been like diversifying into different forms of income and all of that too. So
Yeah.
you have to try and understand it now. I'm sure you're hearing a lot of background noise and animals and all of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Agriculture is the next oil in Nigeria. So, yeah,
Wisdom,
you understand?
wisdom. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Don't leave me.
I,
Wisdom, not go to you.
so basically, I'm basically somewhere right now that's like a farmhouse and everything. That's why you're hearing all of those things too. That's why I said I had to look
Please
for
employ
somewhere
me.
that
Employ, no, employ me. Let me work for you.
now. Now what for you? Now also all of us
Because
do.
one of my friends told me he has opened a poultry. Yeah, but just that during the lockdown, they have finished eating all the chicken. So
Oh sugar. That one mad. So that's crazy. So
that.
what would you
But, but,
just
but
strike a balance, basically. Strike a balance, strike a balance.
okay, now there's this one I want to ask, and I want your sincere opinion about it. Okay, every gift that God gives every man is it's their opinion, and the Igbo man is also oh, doesn't say potential. Yeah. Um, my question is, I discovered that most actresses and actors are relocated, living Nigeria,
I really
going, they're living,
they are leaving,
yeah,
no, no fault.
yeah, and they're going over there. I interviewed Gloria Mba. I've
Yeah,
interviewed so many of them and they're telling me, guy, if you have the chance,
take off.
now she's there, and she's not even doing movie yet. She's the nurse,
No.
assistant nurse. So it's as if the industry is not growing. It's as if they're not getting enough because according to her, like when she was applying those things as in her views, how it was piling up, and how many movies they call her to come do.
Yeah.
So there's I don't know. So what do you think is the problem?
As I said, one means of income cannot sustain you in Nigeria. Even if you're working in a corporate organization, with the rate at
Yeah.
which Nigeria is paying the bills that's coming in, you cannot feed your family. You will still have to
Okay.
diversify. So before so many of us were not diversifying our funds. Once we see it, we just spend it. But now we're learning to diversify. You see so many people going into agriculture. You see so many people going into property and real estate. We're just breaking out because at the end of the day, uh, there's no food. There's acting is not going to put food on your table 100%. It's going to give you fame and it's going to open doors for you to do other businesses, but it's not going to feed you 100%. And the earlier you understand that, the better for you.
Mm, 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 mm,
Now,
mm.
let me use myself as a case study. I have not gone to shoot this year. The only thing I've done are skits, short skits for one or two friends. And you could call me today, more confident for my skit than confident. But like a full production, I have not even shot this year. And show for my body, tell for my face. So now imagine that
Exactly.
that's the only I have to live
You
on.
do.
In short,
Yeah.
this money is for that be more team. Straight up. You know what I mean? The hips for don't
Kill me,
disappear.
just kill me. Just kill me.
Yeah, just calm down.
Wow.
So, so many of us then were not diversifying our funds or using the connects that we had to bring in investments and all of that. So it's just a matter of time that when you don't get jobs, you're going to start be stagnated, and then you're going to automatically want to look for greener pastures. But if you have other things that are coming in for you, then you keep running on those things while your passion keeps driving you to remain in the entertainment business. But if you do not have all those things going on for you, you're going to have a very big problem. Hunger will kill you. No, hunger will kill you.
Diversity only way in Nigeria.
Don't end up always having to beg for money or be asking you just see one fan in one beer parlor, we will buy you drink today. You go another beer parlor, another one will buy you pepper. So just basically be a nuisance.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's the point. That's the point. And you have to respect your space. Ah,
Anyway, yeah, you're right.
somebody who doesn't know you will think you're a hard person. You just you build a wall around yourself, like, hey.
My
In as much
brother,
as with your place, you know
if
your
I
space.
don't build that wall around myself, I will have problem. I'm too playful. I'm
Yeah.
too friendly. So if I do not frown like that, people will just have access to me easily. And Nigerians don't know what they call boundary. They don't understand that because you are nice does not mean you are stupid. They just start going off. They don't know when to balance it. You know, if just somebody just and not be more, you just hit your head. Not be more, no, you don't do that. So the best way to do is be available to those in your circle, and then smile and be cautious to every other person. And then when they get to know you, then open up.
Yeah, that's true.
You know, I
That's
never
true.
used to be like this one would feel cool. I just look at
Don't
you
let
and
that
smile.
you too wise. You too wise. You
I
too
know now you
wise.
just
Too
be looking
decent.
at me with Lolashon, and you just be looking at me like when you feel cool finish, make I know. And I'll just be laughing that I'm one of the easiest persons to be with. But it's just that I do not like to just um expose myself too much like that, so that see
Yeah.
finish no going for the story.
Yeah, not true, not true, not true. No say, nah, install the turn good money to have her.
Nah, so now, nah, so.
Yeah, not true, not true. You too wise, you too wise. Your brain full. English way read no be mistake. No, I didn't even share testimony. I now have a property in Canada.
Hey, make
Yeah,
way, clear
I,
road.
yeah, I have a property because one of my friends just traveled out to with my charger. And
You're an imbecile. Ah, don't leave me, don't leave me.
hey,
Don't
well,
leave me.
oh, you believe? Oh, so you believe? You you
On
don't
my
believe
country,
you?
there's nothing God
I
cannot
keep
do. Let me tell you
why?
something. There is God cannot do. There's
There's what?
nothing. We never look down at anybody. There's nothing God
That's
cannot do. The person
that's
that is
true.
down today can be up tomorrow. The person that is up today can be down tomorrow. So trust me, there's nothing God can do.
Yeah, that's true. I believe. I believe. I so much
The
believe.
thing you say, this was cool. Okay. May not be
Okay.
like, I look at you and say, Christian, proper ticket. How? That's part of the symphony show with the talk.
Yeah. When God blow your whistle, whether you tie rapper or you tie to well, you go play the match.
Oh, let them know, let them know, let them know.
That is truth. It means say you no qualify, but it just a happen.
I didn't see the pay you. I don't plan your session or say I go don't finish for this this axis where I did. Go make up studio, do make up. When I dey talk, I want to blink my eye, they talk to you like say, oh when you just called me. When you just looked at when it was almost 4 hours, the thing paying me, I say, oh, all my fees don't go. Now I just came to read. We thank God say black don't crack. So I just say may I turn up like that because I don't even carry powder come here. You know what I mean? I mean now
Also, you also may not become Nepal, but somebody play Nepal before compound. Oh.
me I don't think I go
Hey,
dump my face. You know what they call that thing? Pancake, full bronzer. So when you talk to me, I go to do my eye like oh you go invite me again. I don't go do it.
okay. Over. That's good. You know, someone said never look down on anybody unless you admire their shoes.
Yeah, baby.
Nice
That's
one.
what's up.
Nice one.
Man, I
Nice
will
one.
feel you. And Bobo underscore Junior, man. Your head is right there, man.
I'm correct guy. I'm correct guy. Now my loyal watcher.
Yeah, correct, correct. Yeah.
Okay. Now, have you ever done your own personal movie before? Have you done any personal movie before, like your own production?
I produce for people.
Okay, I mean your personal own, like your
I've not
own.
spent any productions, no. I've just stopped
Okay,
producing for because
okay,
the minute I start producing my own, I'm not going to be doing for anybody again. I'm going to concentrate on my own back to back. So I want to make sure I'm wrapped up with everybody and
yeah,
entertainment.
excuse me, please stop using that word back to back. You're the one that has the back. You don't intimidate us. I don't understand. Please, yeah, you only.
Now, so once I can clean up my acts, I'll start my production by God's grace. And if you
Now,
still see small, come man.
but I'm really amazed that you said you never done any production this apart from skits, like for real.
I've not
Like
done
for
what?
real. As in any production this year apart from skits.
I've only been doing skits, so I'm serious. I've
And,
only
and,
been doing
and, and
skits.
in my head, and in
I've
my
only
head,
been
I was
doing.
thinking that what would this only thing you do?
I never do. I'm not playing. The one that they called me for that I would have done yesterday. The character was not. Oh my God! How can you, I don't? I can't even believe you met me at the poetry. Oh,
What's that?
is it buying? Sorry, is it buying it? Okay, and they give it to them now. Let them take it at that price. Okay, so no, some people came to buy some products.
Yeah, it's business. Don't forget it's business.
Okay, so I never do, but you still, number one, the coronavirus thing took a toll on most of the, so, but basically, everything is picking up again. Funny enough, I've just been doing skits this year. I've not even done, but I would definitely, yeah, I'll definitely do two, three movies. Definitely, yeah.
Okay. Now, the final word for your fans. What should we first of all? What should we be expecting to see from you and from your fans? What's your last word for your fans? Encouragement. Daily talk time. What do you think they should look out for? Before we say bye bye.
As in, what they should expect from me.
One, and advise them generally your fans. The young ones.
Okay.
Love you. Yeah.
Basically, of course, in my own mind, though, I'm already in 2021. Like, I'm done with. I don't know. I don't know what it's like. I'm telling you to expect anything then girl now this year. Trust me. I got my targets for 21 already. I'm just leaving 2020. As in, let's just take it one day at a time. I'll definitely do like 3 more productions, major productions, and then that's it for this year. I would tune into 2021 is the pickup year because this is already the end of August. It's starting September. We only have October, November, December. So what will be the African magic you want to perform now?
Don't finish. Last few seconds. Thank you very much for coming. Thank you.
They promise things when you know fit deliver.